Perils, Losses, and Hazards Insurance Exam Prep. Question 1. What is the actual cause of a loss? Proximate cause, moral hazard, peril, time element loss. A peril is the active cause of the loss, such as fire, theft, or windstorm. Question 2. What is a condition that increases the likelihood or severity of a loss? Hazard, physical hazard, moral hazard, lightning. Hazards are conditions or situations that make a peril more likely to occur. Question 3. Filing a fraudulent claim is an example of what type of hazard? Consequential loss, dishonesty, moral hazard, moral hazard. Moral hazards involve dishonesty, deceit, or intentional acts by the insured. Question 4. Leaving keys in an unlocked car demonstrates what type of hazard? Physical hazard, moral hazard, intervening cause, lightning. Moral hazards arise from an attitude of carelessness or indifference to loss. Question 5. Worn-out tires on a vehicle are an example of what type of hazard? Physical hazard, intervening cause, dishonesty, indirect loss. Physical hazards are tangible conditions that increase the chance of loss. Question 6. Physical destruction of property by a covered peril is known as what? Chain of events, open peril, direct loss, intervening cause. A direct loss involves actual physical damage to the insured property. Question 7. Loss of income resulting from a fire shutting down a business is what type of loss? Indirect loss, open peril, chain of events, named peril. Indirect, or consequential, losses occur as a secondary result of a direct loss. Question 8. What is the exact, uninterrupted sequence of events that leads to a loss? Loss of use, consequential loss, proximate cause, peril. The proximate cause is the initial event that sets off a chain of events causing the damage. Question 9. What type of policy lists exactly which causes of loss are covered? Named peril, open peril, indirect loss, lightning. Named peril policies only cover exactly what is specifically listed in the contract. Question 10. What type of policy covers all causes of loss except those specifically excluded? Dishonesty, peril, open peril, carelessness. Open peril, or all risk, policies provide broad coverage, minus specific exclusions. Question 11. When two perils happen simultaneously to cause damage, it is known as what? Concurrent causation, intervening cause, loss of use, proximate cause. Concurrent causation occurs when multiple events contribute to a loss simultaneously. Question 12. What is another term used interchangeably with indirect loss? Moral hazard, chain of events, consequential loss, peril. Consequential loss refers to the financial consequences resulting from a direct physical loss. Question 13. Which of the following is considered a peril rather than a hazard? Lightning, proximate cause, open peril, consequential loss. Lightning is an active cause of loss, a peril, whereas hazards are conditions. Question 14. Indirect losses that depend on the duration it takes to repair property are called what? Time element loss, intervening cause, concurrent causation, carelessness. Time element losses, like business interruption, are tied to the time required for restoration. Question 15. What legal concept disrupts the chain of events from a proximate cause? Icy road, open peril, intervening cause, named peril. An intervening cause breaks the direct link between an initial act and the resulting damage. Question 16. Proximate cause relies on an unbroken sequence known as what? Morale hazard, direct loss, chain of events, concurrent causation. The chain of events connects the initial covered peril directly to the resulting loss. Question 17. Being unable to live in a house after a fire is an example of what? Dishonesty, named peril, open peril, loss of use. Loss of use is an indirect loss covering living expenses while property is uninhabitable. Question 18. What human trait is the root of a moral hazard? Proximate cause, direct loss, dishonesty, consequential loss. Dishonesty drives moral hazards, leading to fraud or intentional destruction. Question 19. What human trait is the root of a moral hazard? Named peril, carelessness, dishonesty, hazard. Carelessness or a reckless attitude creates moral hazards. Question 20. Which of the following is a classic example of a physical hazard? Icy road, peril, chain of events, moral hazard. An icy road is a physical condition that increases the likelihood of a collision.